I had relations with a pig. That's called porking.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless adjacent.
Everybody, Tasteless Adjacent, episode 23. I'm Jay Chowder. We got Bone.
Hey.
Slopdog.
Hello.
Hello. And we're
I
here.
feel like every hello and every beginning of every episode is like the most awkward thing. There's this huge
I think so.
pauses.
We should just start from now on.
I have to edit out the
music.
minute and a half pauses between your words.
You told me, you said, give me time to answer, so I do. And then you just go, ah. And then, and, I don't know. But anyway, we're here. We're queer. Get used to it.
You definitely are with those fucking shoes. Kid sent us a
They're
picture of
supposed to
him
be
himself in
tie-dye
the rainbow
shoes.
Crocs.
Dude, they're supposed to be fucking tie-dye. No?
They don't.
God damn it!
They don't look like a shoe a heterosexual man should wear. Just saying.
Oh my god, dude! My wife just telling me, she's like, "You keep trying to transition." She's like, "What are you doing?" Like, I tried to buy the Billie Jean purse. I wore those other fucking Doc Martens that look like women's shoes, and then now, like, I almost like I said, got an argument with my wife about the Billie Jean purse, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy those Crocs I seen. They're like half price." And I was "Oh, that's awesome!" And
you were trying to buy a purse. It doesn't matter what material it was made out of.
But it was big. It was bigger than a purse.
Sure was.
Dude, man. May is just like, what is happening? She's like, you want to talk to me about something? And then I go, oh man, both of these are like, and I go, he said they were rainbowy. And she just kind of looks at me with a sad look and shakes her head. And I go, why would you let me buy? She's like, why do I got to keep protecting you? Why do I got to keep watching out what you buy?
I can see now you're going to be strutting down the streets of California with those shoes on. Some guy's going to be like, hey, beefy bear, love them shoes.
I'm going to go, God damn it. Well, what's up, baby?
Can you come help Mom for 10 minutes? She needs help with the sun.
Why? I thought you guys had it.
For 10 minutes?
No.
You know how this goes.
The podcast just
Cut
started.
the bed in half for 10 minutes.
It's just going to take 10 minutes. You put your gay pride foot down. You say, no, I'll be there when I get there.
This girl's got business to do.
Don't you fucking tell me, bitch.
No, they got like an instant like pop-up tent, and on the front it goes like
Yeah,
10
they
minutes
sure
set
do.
up,
When
right?
the guys have a popped up tent when they fucking see your rainbow shoes.
You're going to moonwalk over to help him.
Like, we're going
Throw
bear
glitter.
hunting tonight.
Here's your problem, folks. You didn't have enough glitter. Throw it in the air.
Your son's just like, Dad, come on. It's only going to take 10 minutes for you to help me put up my jerk-off tent. He's
Fucking
already
help me put up my wax shack and beat it.
He's already got a subscription, and 20 minutes of live OnlyFans is going on.
You can't ever, fold it back down because it has so much stuff, semen in it. It's just stuck straight up. It's just...
You take the paws out, and it just stays up.
It just stands up. Oh.
The poor man's concrete semen.
Well, it'll stick some things together, that's for sure. And well, never mind. Like magazine, the pages, if you dare get anything in the middle of those, it's like might as well just rip the page out of the book because you ain't separating it.
You know what? I think I'm gonna make
What?
the first time I can remember.
I found that out buying some secondhand nudie magazines.
The first time I can ever remember rubbing one out to a piece of pornography was at Slopdog's house.
Oh, that makes me sad. Oh no.
Your brother had some Playboys in the closet, and he was sleeping. So I snuck in there and I was looking at him, and I ran into.
I like how
the bathroom.
Slopdog though feels secure. She's like, all right, you weren't sneaking in my room. Phenomenal. All right, let's cheer that out.
I don't care.
First time Slopdog I jerked off your house.
As long as it was in his room, I don't care.
It was in your bathroom. Last thing I wanted was your brother waking up and looking at me, and I'm just got my dick in my hand jerking off. It's gonna be awkward.
Wait, okay, cookie with him. Uh-oh. I think we lost him.
Oh, we lost Chowder.
We lost him to the tent fiasco.
Oh my god. The gays came for him.
Carried him away, chanting Billie Jean.
Oh, fuck. Oh. So, what did you do today, Slopdog? You were, I know, you were silent in the chat for almost the whole day, and Jesse or Chowder always gets so paranoid when you don't answer within 10 minutes that you're done with the podcast. Like, he's offended you, and no, you're done. You're just done.
We went to Old Mystic Village for a while, and walked around.
Oh, yeah.
And, had like late lunch, early dinner kind of thing.
Where'd you guys eat?
Nothing crazy, just the Mystic Diner. Ooh.
It's
right across from.
Yeah,
it's right across from there. So I was like, that's fine.
It's really hit or miss. We've gone there and the food's really good, service is good. One time we went in there, we waited 20 minutes. No one even acknowledged us, so we just walked the fuck out.
Oh my god. Oh, that's bad. We went once a super long time ago, and then we went today. And I'm like, and I should have got breakfast for dinner. Like, I love getting breakfast for dinner, but I didn't. Because I'm like, you know what, I don't know. So I get the pasta bolognese or whatever. Yeah. And I thought it was going to be like, it's like, almost like Hamburger Helper. It was really like beefy. I don't know if that's the right word. But it wasn't like pasta
Isn't like a
sauce.
bolognese supposed to be sausage?
Like, I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway. And it was spicy. My mouth was on freaking fire, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I said to my husband, like, "Please, if she comes back, ask her for a glass of milk. Like, I'm dying." So then I was like, but I was mad that I didn't get the breakfast. You know what I mean? Because like, you almost always can't go wrong with like breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, it's usually true. No matter where you go, it's not bad. Like, even if it's bad, it's not that bad. Does that make sense?
It's really hard to fuck up a stack of pancakes and some scrambled eggs.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. So I should have done that, but I didn't. So, but it wasn't bad. It was just not what I thought it was, and stuff. Yeah, and I was like, damn it. As soon as she brought it out too, and I saw it, I was like, god damn it. Should have been like, never mind. Just bring me some breakfast.
The blue squid is really good up there. I don't know if they're only open for lunch. There's one that's like the Bard or the Pope or the fucking something. And I went there and that was really good too. There's a pizza place that's pretty good. Yeah, they get a lot going on there.
I like Mystic Pizza. Have you eaten at Mystic Pizza?
I've never eaten at Mystic Pizza. We've passed by it quite a few times.
You should go at least once. It's it's not super expensive. It's like regular price. Like if you bought a pizza, you know what I mean. It's not like, oh wow, it's super expensive pizza. It's not. It's like regular price pizza.
I don't even think I've seen the movie.
Okay, well the movie's pretty bad, but it's an 80s movie. It's not the best. I've seen it before, and I'm like, ooh, it's pretty bad. But they have like cool stuff all over the walls. It's like all different celebrities' pictures on the walls. It's just really, it's like I don't know, just like a pizza place, but it's good. It's really good. So give it a try sometime.
I'll have to try.
So.
I always stay more towards the village where I can walk.
Yeah, that's usually what we do too. So, yeah. Have you been in the new the anime store? I don't know the name of it. We tried it. We thought that it was okay. Really expensive.
That's really fucking expensive. It's kind of like the Harry
Okay, it
Potter
wasn't
store.
just
It was
me.
like, it's like a little,
It was
it was a little disappointing.
yes, because it's so expensive that like you can't enjoy it. You know what I mean? You're just
Yep.
like, oh boy. Like you pick up one thing to look at it, and then you're like, how much is this? And you're like, oh my god, I don't want to touch anything. Like it's too much money.
Imagine how much the
Yeah, 'cause
rent is there.
I can
The
only
rent is going to
imagine.
be
Like
fucking
seriously,
ridiculous.
it's got to be because it's like one of those little shops. But still, holy crap! Like they don't need to make stuff that expensive. Come on now. Like I don't know. So because we walked through there and we walked through the anime one, and we didn't buy anything because we couldn't. Well, like my daughter had a little bit of money and she was like, oh, something. It was like everything was ridiculous, and I'm like, oh my god! Like for a little like stuffed animal Pokemon, it was like $42. I was like, I said to my husband, I'm like, am I reading this right? Does that say 42, not 24? Like,
Yeah,
what?
it is fucking ridiculous, the pricing.
It's the size of my hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy. Like the same stuff. Like we've bought it like at the mall, and the mall is usually pricier, but like it's still less money than it was there. So it's like, holy shit.
My wife really likes
It's
the
still
ramen.
nice to walk around.
So like they have that wall of like all the different ramens you can
Okay.
buy and stuff. So when we went, she got like $60 in ramen. Because through her
Hey,
pregnancy,
it's all good,
yeah, through her pregnancy, all she's wanted is spicy food. So it was like all different kinds of spicy ramen and stuff. So
Yeah. Hey, good for her. That's it. Hey, when you're craving it, you gotta have it. Like I totally get that. Hands
Oh.
down. Like that's what you eat.
I am fucking sore. We're working
You
on
don't
putting
get
that trampoline together today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Putting a trampoline together sucks.
All the springs, man. I'm fucking trying to like stretch every single one of my like. I was done, and my arms are like the muscles are just throbbing. Like I'm the fucking Hulk.
Yes.
They're like coming out of my
Yes.
fucking arms. And I'm
Yes,
just like,
it just hurts, and you're like, fuck.
I already have
But
a
is
hurt
he all
elbow.
excited about it?
Yeah, we
Oh,
got all the springs in. We got the safety pad on, and I just
Yep.
gotta tomorrow. I just gotta put the
Yep.
nets and the stakes in.
Yep, the netting around.
Yeah.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
so
so cool.
it'll be
Like, 'cause
cool.
yeah, that's awesome.
His party's
Cool.
next week.
I know we're like, yes. I finally, I don't know if you noticed, but I finally
yes.
said yes that we were going. I was like, oh my god, I never said yes. Oh, I'm shitty.
I assumed you were going. I'm looking at the weather, and it's supposed to like be like sprinkling all day, and I'm just like, well, oh well.
You know what? It'll work out. It always work. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It'll just work out. Don't worry too much about it. And
We
you
got a
won't be
bounce
thrilled.
house
It
too.
doesn't really matter.
Last time we had a bounce house with a slide, and I remember one of the kids just flew fucking off of it because of the rain right off the end. Woo!
They're like, oh, they're trying not to laugh. That's awesome.
Did Chowder die? Did he have a fucking heart attack?
Oh my god. We're gonna pick him up on the side of the road. Be like, this poor woman. But it's actually, oh no, it's a man.
Sorry, the shoes threw us off.
We're sorry. The shoes and the purse. We thought you.
I love that he's arguing that the material the purse was made out of was gonna make him gay.
I know. Oh my god, it kills me. Sweet Jesus. And I feel like all of a sudden I feel like I'm like 10 years older than I was like a week ago. Like I don't know, like work has been crazy, but then like just like any place I go now, I feel like anything is so expensive. Buying gas is super expensive. Freaking anything. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yep. I've been getting a lot of sirs lately
ridiculous.
too. These fucking young kids are like, "Oh, thanks, sir." I'm like, "Go fuck yourself."
Oh, I get ma'amed a lot. Like on the phone, people are trying to be polite. I understand that. Like I don't
Yeah,
give.
I understand.
I'm just like,
thing, but it's
oh
still.
please, come on. Like, I already have to be nice to you. Like, don't make it harder for me to be nice to you.
I got a bunch of grays coming in, obviously, like, and fucking,
yeah.
and I got a ton of grays in the last couple of years. My son looks at a picture of me from like, I don't know, a few years back, right before he was born, and he looks at me, he's like, "Dad, what happened?" Well,
And you're like, you no.
he's like, he's like, "Can you change your hair color back?" Like, well, I guess I could.
Oh, and you got like one tear coming down.
It's like I was showing him a music video, and he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's a music video." And I'm like, we used to have them all the time. There was something called MTV, and they played nothing but music videos all day, and all we did was sit there and stare at music videos. It's kind of like our own. That's what our YouTube was
Yes.
MTV.
Yes,
And
absolutely, yes.
and he's like, "Oh, in the olden days." Wait, you
Seriously.
motherfucker.
Well, we were driving through downtown Mystic, and my husband's mom was with us, and she's like, "Oh, this is like the antique area, right?" And my daughter's like, "What's antique mean?" And she's like, "It means old, like old stuff." And she goes, "Oh, like stuff from the 1980s?" Oh.
Oh, it's like when somebody hears you hear a new kid play Nirvana and they call it like one of the classics or an oldies, and it's just like, go fuck yourself.
Thank you. Yes, I'm like, I hate it. I hate it all.
Well, you think about it though. Like I think of the '90s as like, oh, we're in the 2000s. '90s was like 10 years ago. No, it was like 25 years ago almost.
Or like I make appointments for people, and like I'll ask, okay, what's the date of birth? And they'll be like, oh, I'm making an appointment for my husband. And I'm like, sure, what's his date of birth? And it's like 1995. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, do your parents know you're married? Like, is that, you can't be old. And then I'm like, oh my God. But in my head, like, it takes me a second, like, that's not old enough. Yes, it is, you jackass. Like, you're just old now. Like, God damn it. But right? Like, doesn't that seem like, no, you're too young to be married? Like,
absolutely. Like I see like a kid drinking a beer or something at the casino. I'm like, there's no fucking way that person's 21, and they are, and it's just like, oh, I was born like in 2001. It's just like, son of a bitch.
I know. Or you see someone driving, like, and you're like, oh my God, like, did that kid like steal a car? And it's like, no, you're just old now. Like, everybody looks like a kid.
I remember like looking at like 18-year-olds when we were like 13 or 14, and they looked like adults. And now I look like 18-year-olds look like they fucking should be fucking, I don't know, playing little games. I don't know. Like, they should be kids. Yes. They look like fucking kids.
They look like little kids.
I think about the shit that I did when I was like 14 and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like walking down the roads or, and having girlfriends. And I'm just like, I can't believe that.
My son's 14 and I'm like,
hello? Did we lose you, Slopdog? All I heard was my son's 14 and nothing.
Oh, am I still here?
Yep, you're still here now.
Damn it. Oh, all right, there we go.
I was just like, well, we're at 3. When are we down to 2? I'm gonna have to fucking do this show by myself.
This one.
What the fuck?
God damn it. But yeah, like, no, they wanted to play basketball at the park, right? But by themselves, they wanted me to drop them off and all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, So then I'm like, well, you have to have your phone with you. Make sure your phone's charged. It's sad that I have to say that, but make sure your phone's charged and that you have it with you so I can, you can check in with me, or I can, like what time I'm going to pick you up. And we get in the car and I look at him and I'm like, hey, you got your phone? And he's like, what do I need my phone for? And his friend is like, what are you doing? You're supposed to have your phone. So he runs back and gets his phone. I'm like, all right. So then, like, we get there, and, like, his friend, he's a good kid. Like, we say it's my son's brother, like, because we have him at the house all the time. He's just a good kid. He just fits right in. Anyway, and I'm like, okay, if anybody offers you candy, don't get in their van, okay? Like, all right. Oh, my God.
I feel like 14's a little more, I don't know, maybe it's almost innocent. Like, when I was 14, I wasn't innocent. Like, I was, like, I remember hanging out and knowing girls that were 14, that were like having sex and having anal sex and putting their face into a pile of speed and then stripping for everybody.
Oh my God!
We grew up in a hell of a town.
My son would know, like, have any idea what to do with any of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like he's finally just wearing like deodorant, you know? But you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he would know what to do with a girl, to be honest. Like, he would want to know what to do with a girl, but I don't think he knows what to do with a girl just yet. But I think that's next year, because he'll be a freshman. He'll be a friggin' freshman. How the hell does that happen? But I'm just like, oh my God,
Too fast. I remember when he was born.
Me too. But it's like you try to give them a little bit of freedom without like too much, you know. But it's like, where's the line, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, oh my god. So then like, but then I think of my daughter. Like my daughter's much younger, obviously. But like when she's that age, when she's 14, if her and a friend of hers want to go to the park by themselves, I'm probably gonna say no. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me a bad parent, but I'm like, but these two boys, like, they're bigger than I am. Like, nobody's taking these kids. Like,
Yeah, girls are
I
different.
know that.
Girls are different, man.
But like, exactly. Like, I'm like, I'm not taking any chances. Like, no way. Like, even just the bus, like, because you know how our road is. Like, the school bus won't come up our street, so like we had to like bring her down to the end. But I'm like, even when she's like, you know, like in high school, I'll either be dropping her off or picking her up from school. I'm not gonna let her walk down and walk back up by herself. Like, I know that sounds bad, but it's not because I don't trust her. It's because there's a lot of creeps. And all somebody has to do is, like, pay attention to what time she gets off the bus or gets on it, you know?
Yep, they just swing by and take, like, they don't even have to slow down. They just pull one arm out and just grab her.
Exactly. And I hate to be, like, all, like, I know, here I am saying, like, Dateline, but, like, seriously, Dateline.
Yeah. Absolutely. That shit freaks me out.
Yes. Yes. Like, it's so scary to me. Like, I just...
Tonight on Dateline.
I was a little slow. Yep. I didn't have the board up.
Like, even if, like, you know, like, she wants to play, like, my daughter wants to play Roblox, you know, and you can have friends on there, and I'm like, no. I'm like, no friends right now. She's like, but Mom, I'm like, nope, no friends. I'm like, we don't know who people, I'm like,
yep.
you don't want to scare them, but you want them to understand. So I'm like, right now,
is there a way to have them play with only specific friends?
I don't know. I'm not sure. So we just have friends off because I'm not sure, and I'm like worried about it.
Because Eli plays, and he's been asking me the same thing. He wants to play with He's like, can I talk to people? I'm like, no, buddy, you can't talk to people.
Yes, no, exactly.
There's got to be a way to do a chat room where like it's like with parental
it's
things.
Just like their actual, like their real friend, and I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
Because I think that would be
right
cool.
now. I'm just like, nope.
I think they would like that.
Right, it's like
if my son and your daughter wanted to play like Roblox together and stuff.
Yes, yeah, and actually like no, like oh okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. We know who that is. It's not like it's a creep.
Yep.
Like
he's having a Roblox birthday. He's very excited.
Yes, I saw that. That's awesome. I bet. I'd be excited. That's awesome. Like she goes back and forth. She likes Roblox and Minecraft. Like she likes both. Like she just depends on what she feels like playing at that moment.
He played a little bit of Minecraft, and he still likes Roblox better. He wants to build his own games, but he wants to build his own worlds in Roblox.
Okay.
And I think it's a little bit of coding. I'm not sure. I'm sure I could do it, but I gotta have 5 minutes to research it and try to figure it out.
I get it. Yeah.
That's why I told him. I'm like, dude, why don't we just do Minecraft, because you can build whatever you want there? And he's like, no, I want it in Roblox. I'm like, all right.
God damn it, no.
Should we pause?
I don't know. Like,
I don't know where he
went.
Should
we, like, message him?
I did. I messaged him multiple times. There's nothing. I think they were picked up by the cartel. Now he's gonna be like their gay love slave.
You like it too much now. Oh man.
He said just said your kid sounds like an antagonizer. I'm not sure if we know one of those.
You gotta be like how your mom used to be. Like if we were acting up, like if your mom was on the phone and she was all like, oh, let me just talk to my kids for a minute, huh? And then she held the phone and she's like, I'm gonna kill you all.
Yeah, you're like, and then she gets back on the phone with the crazy, like, hello. And you're like,
hey, sorry about that.
Fucking Sybil. Yeah. And,
you gotta get on that.
I'm recording.
Yeah.
I'm recording for the last minute and a half.
You're recording?
I've been recording for the last minute and a half.
Good. Well, I'm back. Just, had some things to do, right?
He did not die.
And no, I didn't die, but unfortunately we had to put up a tent for, to have a little more room. And then one of the fucking bars was legitly like put on backwards. And I was joking with Slopdog that I'm like, I wonder if somebody who like works in the factory hates their job. And they're like, if I had screwed this on the bottom and just pop it this way, screw it back in, when they open this tent, it isn't going to open correctly because this bar will bend or it won't. It's bending the wrong way. We won't go any further. So we're like, why the fuck would this corner go up? So So my family came and was just frantic with me, and then as the whole time's going on, of course I'm a cunt, and I'm like, I'm fucking like, trying to do something here, then whatever.
We thought you died because you just rage quit. You just signed off. You didn't answer any text messages. We're like, did he die?
I didn't even have my phone. I just was like, what the fuck? And I went to go and work on it because I'm a fucking adult, and I just fucking baby the whole time. And then
I just picture you angry. You ever see the video where the guy's so angry that when his brother like deleted his World of Warcraft account, that he takes the remote to the TV and he's just jamming it in his ass? And I think that's you with your phone. You're just like, well, let me put the tent up, and you're like, ah!
Out there with a screwdriver in my asshole.
Jamming that tent pole in there.
Yeah, trying to bend it backwards. Ah! Oh, my asshole. And now on the pole, it's just stained with dried shit and blood. And a little bit of cum. And,
It smells like your belly button.
yeah. Oh my god. Dude, my belly button.
Try jerking off in that tent now. Smells like a belly button. Oh.
Yeah, my kid will probably listen to this podcast and be like, yeah, now my fucking shit's all over. No. So like I picked my belly button the other day, and I put it in my dog's face. Because they like he eats shit and he smells. He sniffed it, his nostrils flared. He turned away from me and was disgusted with it. So then I was like, oh, maybe. So I went to go give it back to him right in front of him to give it a sniff. And he galloped away. He couldn't even take it. He was like, I'm out of here. So even my dog, my wife was like, that's fucking. She's like, wow, I'm glad she's like, I lucked out, huh? When I married you, she's like, a dog eats shit, and then But in my defense, my fucking other dog, the pit bull, fucking fat pig, he smelled it and he fucking wanted it for dinner. You know what I mean? He kept trying to lick my fingers. He rolls and shit.
My God, that's nasty.
Yeah, that's my dog. And then,
Speaking of shit, my kids had diarrhea for a day.
Oh.
My wife is just freaking out about it. She's like, what if he's really sick? What if he's got a worm? What if he's got pinworms? What if he's got this? She's just Googling shit. I'm like, he's fine. He's got a little diarrhea. And we're trying to tell him, when you feel a fart coming on, buddy, just run to the bathroom and fart in the toilet because he keeps fucking sharting.
Yeah.
And a little while ago, I was trying to put some. I don't know. I just got out of the shower, and all of a sudden the kid just fucking trucks by me into the bedroom bathroom and just jumps on the toilet and is just rip my. And he's just laughing.
He made it though.
I'm like, good one, buddy.
You made it.
Well, he didn't have underwear on, so I was just like, whoa. Didn't want him painting the walls.
Oh my god,
horrible.
Dude, we went to dinner the other night, and then we all kind of had that shit. I hate the shit after a shower because again, I feel like it ruins your shower, and you want a good at least one night of just fresh ass, Anyway, so I shit, but then afterwards I was walking around and I had to shit so bad. Fucking, I had to change all my clothes, my shirt, my underwear, my shorts. I had to change them all.
Why?
Like George Costanza, how he gets naked to poop.
My son changes all his clothes when he shits, but he's 6.
Well, no. Well, what happened was, I don't like to sit on the toilet seat, so I shit. But so when I came out, it was like running eggs. But what happened, I didn't consider is it dripped out down my asshole to the back, down my gooch into the back of my balls. So it just filled up my gooch. It was running shit. So then I was trying to so when I stood up to wipe, or kind of get in an angle to wipe, it dripped. So then it dripped which I realized later, So I wiped the back of my nuts and everything. I had to wet nap myself when I got home. But anyway, so I tried the best I could there. So when I stood up to wipe my ass, it cut my underwear, cut on my shorts, and so then I didn't realize that my shirt dangled down in the back of my shorts. So each part of my clothing got a shit bingo mark on it. I mean, I would have won the fucking prize if that's the case. If it was a bingo night.
What the fuck, kid? Like you. Why don't you shit like a normal person? Like I've never seen so
I don't
many.
want to get cramps.
I've never seen so many fucking shit stories that are just so awkward where you shit on yourself or like I don't know. Like I've never had these problems. I don't shit on my clothes when I take a shit.
Well, I normally don't, but like I was in a jam. I don't know. Anyway, it was like runny eggs, and then
like when
but
you
I'm
shit
better now.
halfway up your back like a baby, like how do you shit up your back? Were you just
Did I
trying
mention
to
I
plug,
was
did you
hanging
try
off
to,
the back of the toilet?
I feel like you were just like trying to put your finger in like fucking in the dam and just plug it up and just shut up your.
Anyway, that's in the past. You know what I mean? I got some wet naps. I took care of business.
You shit on your clothes today.
No, that was the other day.
It's all in the past.
I didn't do it today. But then that same night, my kid had to go, and then he went to the gas station, and then like we're in there, and then like so like it's just it's kind of a smaller gas station. Thank goodness it's a bathroom. He like went in there, but I was in there waiting for him, so I was like thinking, what am I gonna try and buy here? What can I buy for cheap? Because I don't really need anything, but I'm like, oh, maybe I should buy something since my kid's in there. And then I didn't know what I was gonna buy. I'm like, should I buy this like this sparkling water? It's kind of pricey, $2 for a water. I don't know. I don't really need it, so I'm kind of wasting money, right? That's what I think. And then, so this old guy's just kind of eyeing me, you know? People are coming in, people are coming out, but I'm just hanging out there. So then I heard him say to someone else, nope, I shut down the coffee for the night. So I go, if he says anything to me when I leave, I'm just going to go, I was going to buy a coffee, but you don't have any more up. I wasn't even going to buy a coffee, but I figured that was my out if he asked me. And, but no, my kid came out of the bathroom, and I was like, it was good. He cleaned up. Everything was good. He sits on the toilet, I guess. And then, and my kid shits better than me. And then we're in the car, and he was just like, he's like, I feel bad for that old man when he checks that bathroom. It's gonna remind him of the war and the mustard gas. My wife was just like, she's like, just without a beat, was just like, oh my god. She's like, yeah. He'll be like, oh, I didn't even lose this many men in war or something like that. Like, like it's just so bad. Ugh. And then it was just so horrible. But anyway, but yeah. So yeah, we had some issues where we oh shit, what's happening to my phone? And hold on, I'm losing it. Hello? And
how okay. So let me ask you this question, seeing we're talking about shitting all over ourselves.
Oh no.
So I was reading this study, okay, that daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefits.
Oh, I'll answer this for you.
How often do you guys shower?
A real shower we try to do at least good once or 2 weeks, but we also have water that
once
we
every
do
2
like
weeks.
No. Listen to me. Like we go to the gas station, we go to the truck stop and like use like a real shower, running water. But we will every couple of days. Like we'll put up a ladder and we got like a bucket of water, and you turn on the spigot, and then you wash up with soap and water. And it's just like a shower, but it's just a big blue. You ever like go to the camping section? They got a big blue bucket of water. I mean, a big blue bucket, and you fill it's like 7 gallons. You fill it up at 7 or 5 gallons. You fill it up at water. We have like a bunch of them, and then we just put it on top of like the ladder, and then you open the spigot, and it drizzles on you, and then you rinse off the soap in the water. But every couple of days you should shower, and then say you miss a day or something, you use wet naps and wipe up your privates and your armpits.
Oh, I don't know about you, Slopdog. I take a shower every day. If I don't take a shower every day, like I feel dirty.
When I was home, I showered every day. I like to.
Like, but for some reason, like if you like say like you wake up super late and you can't take a shower that morning, like we've all like I don't know, I've been there and it's like sucks because by the time you get home, I feel like the grossest person on earth. Like I can't wait
same.
to take a shower. Like I'm like, oh my god, I feel so gross. Like Jesus Christ. Like I don't know, what's it every 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
No. When I was home, I would shower every day. Sometimes I'd skip a night and go like every other day. But like a real shower would be like a week or every 2 weeks. But in between, we're using like a shower like in the yard. We're showering like outside our RV. Like with a, you know, you put up the ladder, you put up a big blue bucket, you turn on the spigot, and then the water runs over your head and you soap up with shampoo and water.
Do people watch you shower?
No. Sometimes you do it dark, or you do it like where there's no one around, or we have like we can put up like a tarp thing around us. It's pretty nice, and or tapestries, very nice. And there were times where at places where we just bathed in the river. Remember that one? We bathed in the river and we also washed our dishes.
When you said tapestries, I picture like the shirts we got when we were like in 4th grade with like the eagles and the lightning and shit, like a big wolf on it with lightning and a big moon, and you just got like big tapestries of them now.
No, it's closer. It's just like it's like black, and then it's got like, you know, orange and red and pinkish, and one's got like a big elephant on it, and one's got 2 wolves barking at the moon with like
so I was right.
No. So one, you were sort of close, but it's not like a lot of jazzy colors. Well, it is. It's black, but it's not like
Slopdog. Do you remember those shirts?
Yes.
It's tie dye like my shoes.
I don't know. I remember wearing them, and like even when I bought them, I was just like so like
trash.
I don't even know if these shirts are okay. And I don't
it
know.
Was like black shirt, white lightning, and like one had like blue outlining the lightning. One had like purple outlining the lightning, and one had like an old gunsman, like a skeleton. He was wearing like a cowboy hat and stuff with a rebel flag in the back. And then one was like a skull with a snake crawling through the eye and the mouth, and then that was the one with the purple. And yeah, those are the shirts Mom would let us wear. She'd also let me wear like her Marlboro shirt, had like the cool snake on the back. So like as a kid, I'm going to school with like a Marlboro shirt on and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think it's allowed anymore, but yeah,
so
it was like a what?
Do you guys think they were the lightning shirts were a step up from the fish shirts? Because I know you had multiple fish shirts. They were just fish on the front.
Fish is much better, I think, than the lightning.
One with 3
or the Marlboro shirt with the snake wrapped around the pack of cigarettes. Remember those shirts?
You loved those fish shirts. Like
those fish shirts were the best.
I think you really thought you were cool. You really liked them.
It was my style. That's what I was
wearing. Check out my fish shirt. Like, you know what my style is? Fish shirt.
This is what my dick's gonna smell like in the future. And, when I travel the country. Wow. No, we do shower. Speaking of that, we showered the other night, and I think I washed my asshole too hard because afterwards it felt like I had a pink sock. Because I was like, did my asshole fall out? Because like I was telling my wife that I'm like, my asshole hurts when I walk.
What are you washing your asshole with, a cucumber?
No, but like so I think I was a little too rough with the ball and dick and also the asshole. Like I was really mashing them, and so like I don't know if it was a pain from my balls that kind of went into my ass, or just I was too rough when I was cleaning my asshole, and now my asshole hurts.
Do you use like a face cloth, or is it like your hand? Is it a loofah? Like what are you hurting yourself with?
I just go in the hole. I go in the crack, and like a credit card, and it kind of sounds like it says before. It sounds like a dog drinking water. Like next time your dog drinks water, just.
So you stuck the whole bar of soap in there?
So you're like punching your ass with a bar of soap, like the hole, and your dick. Like I just picture you like squishing the soap with your hand and going, yeah, and punching yourself in the dick over and over to wash it. Like I don't understand how you're too rough on your dick and balls.
I just
getting all the dust off, and like you would a rug,
2 weeks.
Beating off 2 weeks of dirt. Like you shake a rug on the porch. That's what I'm doing with my cock and balls and my asshole.
Yikes!
It's like Total Recall. That lady, like, remember he's dressed as a lady. He's like
2 weeks. That's why she malfunctioned. She's like 2 weeks without a shower. Get the fuck out of here. 2 weeks. And, but no, so like with a real shower, yes, maybe 2 weeks. But again, in the meantime, in between time, we're using wet naps or a bucket on a ladder.
I don't know if any of that's
For some
okay.
reason, I thought you were gonna say a bucket of chicken.
It's gonna spout. What?
We
That's
saved
a
the
Nirvana
KFC.
song.
We saved the KFC bucket. Don't want to waste. And we fill it up with water and dump it on each other.
And then you'll smell like chicken. Yeah, you'll love each other. It's like the Nirvana song. Now that on top, but a bucket and a mop, and I'm washing my dick for 2 weeks. That's all. And then, but yeah, sometimes you go to the truck stop. Everyone gets a haircut. You go take a shower.
How many fish shirts did you have?
Why am I obsessed with my fish shirts? And it's not the band fish. And maybe we should make that clear, since I'm talking about how I wear tie-dye stuff. By the way, these shoes, I feel I'm not trying to beat my own horns on, but I feel I'm judged in these shoes. I got like many looks in these shoes, and like kind of like walking away from me and stuff, and I'm very judgy. But anyway,
The picture of those shoes should be the cover of our podcast.
I agree. That's
those shoes.
Yes, that's the cover of this podcast. That's
the guy with Down syndrome, like my shoes.
That or the other picture with the big dick.
No, it keeps on my face. Listen, yeah, I'm fucking just trying to show you. I'm like in the car, I'm like running late, and I go 10 minutes. So I send you a picture. Look at these awesome shoes I'm wearing, and then you badmouth them. So you're like, what else you wear with those shoes, those Pride shoes? And I was like, oh, let me show you. I'm wearing my awesome yellow fucking Shane Douglas shirt, wrestler, and my awesome Baltimore Orioles hat, and then my wife and my kid are like poking me in the face, and then fucking Bowen is nice enough. I sent that picture, superimpose a nice black cock next to my face. Nice, thank you. Appreciate it.
You look so happy. You're snuggling right up to it.
Like you're gonna giggle at it.
Well, sometimes you run across the black mamba, and you gotta get that venom out.
I can understand if you were cleaning your ass out with that and why it hurts. Hey, Slopdog. Didn't you promise us some story or something?
A silly story. Okay, so I went out with my dad last Monday, and for a bit, like before I had to pick up the kids from school and all that. So he's like, "Oh, let's go out for lunch." So we went just to Zips for lunch. Okay, so we're leaving Zips, right? And we get in the car, and my dad's like, "Oh," and because I was gonna back up. My dad's like, "Oh, wait a second, somebody's walking behind your car." All right. All of a sudden, there's this lady right next to my window, and she looks super strung out. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, oh yeah, so my friend got beat up by her boyfriend and pulled out of her car, and they just live up the road. Could you give me a ride up there? Like, what the
you ever seen the crime?
Right? I was like, so I was nice, but I was like, no, there was no fucking way I was giving this lady a ride.
Oh, hell
so I
no.
just said, and I just said, I'm really sorry, but I'm on my way to go pick up my son from school. Which, I mean, I'm trying to justify it, I know, but it wasn't like for another hour that I had to go pick him up. But she doesn't know.
Right,
anyway,
but you just like,
so, I was just trying to be polite. Anyway,
it's like a half lie, but like you just like, I don't know. This is crazy.
So then she walks away, goes back over to there was like another lady over there, and so then when I backed up and had to pull forward, I had to go by them to leave. And they're talking, and we had our windows down, and she yells, and I think she was talking to me, but anyway, she's like, yeah, well, if that uppity bitch doesn't want to give me a ride. Oh my god.
That uppity bitch in the hoochie mama shorts.
But like seriously, like You guys see my car. My car is not an uppity bitch car. I do not dress like an uppity bitch. Like, I'm like,
But to her, you probably seem like a rich bitch. To her,
Right.
someone without a car, strung out, does she even have shoes on?
Someone
you know
who
what I mean?
is once every 2 weeks.
So I'm like, and my dad's like, oh my God, right? So like, all right, so we go over to like Walgreens because my dad needed to pick up a couple things. So we get there and we're in Walgreens and all of a sudden I say to my dad, well, you know, it's not like I was lying because I do have to go pick up Gavin. He's like, stop trying to justify it. It's fine. Like, you don't have to take some druggie somewhere. Oh my God.
And it's not like a druggie you knew. It's some random stranger who could have knifed you in the throat as you're driving. I mean, maybe they were innocent, nothing wrong. But no matter who, I mean, it's just like picking up a hitchhiker, right? I don't care who it is. I'm not picking you up, dude. You know, I'll call for you. I'll call 911 for you or something like that. But I ain't picking fucking people up, dude. And that's what it is. But the same thing, I would feel like I had to justify it too. Like, you're like, I'm not a jerk. I'm sorry I can't help you out. But it's just like, it's dangerous for me to bring you somewhere, stranger, who's fucking strung out on whatever the fuck, to the fucking scene of the crime you're describing to me of why you're here. And how did you get here? Like, what happened? Like,
And totally, she could have.
Like, who was I gonna help? Like, look at me. Like, I'm gonna overpower the guy or something. Like, what?
Yeah. Hey, now that you're here, can you chip in? What are you, an uppity bitch? You ain't gonna help out?
She puts a knife. She puts a knife to your throat. It's like, how's your water pressure at home? I haven't showered in 2 weeks.
No. It's like me and my gay dad. We're gonna go help you out. Like, what is happening?
And then she showers at your house, but because she doesn't want to, like, you know, you have to be there, so you have to wash under her titties and stuff. You have to wash her titties and her kitty because she's holding the knife to you.
Her underwear looks like a fucking Italian grinder wrapper.
Heavy on the oil.
And her belly button smells terrible.
Hey, was that me outside your window? I am going to change.
I figured you guys would enjoy that, but I was like, what the hell?
I never liked.
Dude, that's awesome.
I never liked oil on my grinders.
What? No? All right.
No, well, you're saying Italian grinders, like with like I know some people get like heavy oil and vinegar and stuff. I never liked that. I just like some mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I just like to white people. I like to white people it up. Like, I'll take it white people way. Just some mayonnaise.
I go hardcore honky.
How would you like your roast beef grinder? White people way, please.
They're like, all right.
Well, all right. Honky. And
well, everybody always like whenever I get a because I love pastrami, but you're supposed to I guess you're supposed to get mustard on pastrami. I never do. I always get it white people way, you know.
I get it with mayonnaise on it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably get oil and vinegar.
I'll have that the white people way. Thank you.
And oh man, I'll jazz that up, and then oh man, I love a nice a nice grinder, man. And then you get it like if you don't eat it all, you like put it in the fridge and get it all sogified. Oh, that's a good time too. Eat it like 3 a.m, like it's got the soggy bread and stuff. Woo.
I don't know how you don't die like in the middle of the night when you wake up and eat a fucking pound of lunch meat.
Well, since I'm getting older, like it's really catching up with me. Like I'm trying to the other day I'm going for a fucking walk. And I got headphones on. I got the Offspring kicking when he's down, blaring in my ears. And then my kid apparently was calling me, so he caught up with me and he tapped and all of a sudden he's there. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then and then I'm like, Jesus Christ, I felt bad. And then he was like, Dad, Mom, or this. And I was like, yeah, that's fine because we're getting ready to go to the store after. He said, ask me a question. But I was like, oh my God. And then as I'm walking, I'm like, I should probably take one kind of, there's probably snakes and stuff here. It was a very Dateline path. You would have liked it, Slopdog. And then my wife too was like, you should keep those off.
Tonight,
she's like,
on Dateline.
Fat guy with a smelly belly button gets eaten by a cougar. And she's like, there's mountain lions and shit. She's like, you could get you can hear something maybe creeping up on you or something, And then I was like, I go. When I get to the bottom of the hill, I did take one off because I was like, maybe I want to hear a rattlesnake or something, when I'm running through the path. So I decided to do it. And I think that's probably a good idea. Like I had them on, I was like walking down the road in Tent Town, but that was just a road, Yeah, this is like a back path where
well, if any animal just tries to attack you, just quickly finger your belly button and put it out in front of you. And they're just like, and run away.
I didn't have bear spray, so I used this. And the officer was like, "Oh my god, I think you're leaking from the belly button, sir." And that is horrendous. Well, before we leave, I don't really have any hardcore dog dicks in the news, and fucking Slopdog's got a dog dick in real life going on there. And there's I don't know if anybody has any recommendations, but I just found this rapper. I sent you guys a video, and I think, and then a promo video. He's called Prof. He's been doing it for 10 years. He's this white rapper guy, dude. He is funny. He's I don't know. The music is great. His rapping is great, and then he doesn't just rap the same. He changes, and I don't know. It's Prof. Prof. He's a rapper. He's got I highly recommend. Did you guys watch any of those videos I sent you?
I did. Yeah.
I think I did watch them.
You can say stinks if you don't like him, but I thought he was great. I don't know. You guys are really up in arms with him. You love him too, right? I don't know. I guess maybe.
That's all right.
Jesus Christ! All right. Well, I highly recommend Prof. Bonus Slopdog say he sucks cunt. I also recommend Seth Rogen and Jack Black. And they also say they can go fuck their mothers. And I
have a recommendation too. So this Ohio-based company is releasing a Terminator. It's the first flame-throwing equipped robot dog, and it's priced under $10,000 per dog.
No one needs that.
I want a flame-throwing robot dog.
Burn your dick off, kid.
Well, I'm not gonna have it give me head.
No, but sometimes dogs get scared. What if it just puts it on?
It's a robot dog. It's a robot.
Yeah, but they learn on their own. AI, that's scary shit. You ever see Terminator?
I've seen Terminator. I know. When anybody talks about AI, I think back to Terminator. It's our Dateline.
All right, so I recommend Prof. Bone recommends fucking some killing dog.
Terminator.
What about you, something? Got anything?
I got nothing today.
Just a promo to not pick up hitchhikers. And,
yes. Don't be on Dateline.
She recommends a large pastrami grinder, white person way.
Does that include salt and pepper? Right? Salt and pepper?
Light.
Right.
More salt.
We did see a mixed couple. God bless them. I don't judge, but they were coming down the road, and I was talking about our uncle who would go, salt and pepper now, and then just randomly, because it's so wrong, we're in the car, and then my wife just looks at me. We're going down the road. She just goes, "Salt and pepper now," just to me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" It made me laugh so hard, because it's now it's racist, and I would laugh. And then you guys would laugh at me because I'm hilarious
for her racist ways.
No, she's not racist.
Like an hour from now, I'm gonna get a message from kid. Can you just cut that part out? That's staying in. It's staying in. And I'm putting her address. I'm gonna add a clip with her address. Telephone number.
It was only said due to the fact of whatever, because of fuck. She's not whatever. And anyway, all right. Good night, folks. So saith the shepherd. So saith the flock. Bye. Well, let us know this podcast is even stable. Goodbye. A lot of editing going on this motherfucker.
What are you, some kind of dog dick? Dick.
All right. I can't get off the fucking podcast now.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Comments. Wait, I got it. Toodaloo.
Until that dick came in from the left, and you just big smiles.
My throat has been scratchy. I could use some lube.
That thing was like, I don't know, 11, 12 inches soft. That thing's gonna kill somebody.
That bitch is walking like a cowboy afterwards. Draw. There's some anal leakage happening.
There's got to be something as like too big. You know, there's a point where it's too big, I'm guessing.
Yeah, nobody wants that. That's not comfortable. That just hurts.
I knew this girl. She told me a story, and I think it might have been about her. But she was talking about how she was dating. She knew she had a friend who dated this guy, or just met up with him at his house, and he had a huge dick, and he fucked her, but then he wouldn't give her a ride home. So she just had to kind of, and then she was walking weird because of the big dick.
Like
hobble home.
Somebody pulls over like, "Ma'am, did you get mugged?" Like, well, my pussy got beat up a little bit.
Like dragging her pussy behind her.
Dude, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I was just like, so this big dick fucker wouldn't pick her up or anything. She had to get dropped off because she was craving dick. Got the big dick in, and then he was like, all right, good night. She had to walk home.
Like, I already gave you a ride. I'm not giving you another one.
You had to go the cowboy way all the way home. That's crazy.
Man, he could have just faced her house, and she could have stepped right off her dick onto her porch.
Yeah. Can you just put your dick out this way? It just sounds like he's just like, I just need a bitch to fuck. All right, she's hungry for the dick, you know? And it's just like, oh my God. I've never had a dick like that.
It's kind of like when you go to Jersey Mike's, and you're just like, you want the small, the medium, or the giant grinder, and you're just like, I want the giant grinder, and then you just don't realize how big and meaty the giant grinder is.
Yes.
And then you just feel awful after you eat it.
Your tummy hurts.
It's like, I don't know how I can get so much meat into my body.
And you have the meat sweats.
I ate too much.
You're walking home crying, cum tears.
My dick ain't getting nobody to travel anyway.
I ain't getting no. My dick was nowhere near that. Holy, that was a big dick.
I'm like, nah, you come over here. They're like, well, fuck you. I'm like, all right, I'm coming over. All right, then get over here, quick, before I change my mind. All sweaty, running red lights. I got no dick. She ain't waiting.
Never good for cleaning
like
up.
Your shoes are like sticky.
Yeah. She's using something of mine.
I remember us talking about it, and like, you know, obviously, like, I would always like come into a toilet paper or paper towel or something, you know, and you were just like, no, it ruins it. You just let it fly wherever you are. Ruins the mood.
You didn't have like the crusty sock.
Well, then if I had socks on, I'd step on it and stuff.
You didn't want to ruin the romance.
Then I remember when that room became my little sister's room. Like my mom was like cleaning it. I don't know if she was cleaning it just because of me. But when you cleaned it, it was like
the doors and walls.
It looked like a polka dot in front of the door.
Just walking around with a black light and bleach. Looks like a fucking crime scene in there.
Dude, I remember. Oh shit! Should we start the podcast? Oh fuck! I remember. I'll leave with this. I probably was on the podcast where I was like, it was late at night and I was jerking it. And I was like, we had Skinamax or something, and I was like, oh, this is fantastic. And like, it was like a free trial for Skinamax, whatever. And then no one was up, so I was like, awesome. I was just jerking with the door open, living free. And then I thought I heard something, and I stopped, and I see nothing. And then I finished what I did, and I went to bed.
And then the next morning,
Oh, no.
Mom's just talking to me regular, and then she's like, "Oh, FYI, you might want to shut the door when you're jerking off Gone Cuddy when he's taking a piss." And then she just went to, "Yeah, there's a sale at Marshall's or whatever." And I'm like, "What?" Rewind it. What?
I can just see the look of disgust on his face. You didn't even
like in the
notice.
corner
Yeah, he was
crying.
just,
You're caught in your vinegar strokes. You're just like, ah. And he just like shakes his head, and goes in the bathroom.
I just picture him like in
I
the
picture
corner,
him
like
going,
crying.
like,
It could have been worse. You could have like looked over and he was like out with his dick out in his hand. He was like, "Let's race."
It's race.
"Let's do this."
Loser gets shot in the
Tell
face.
me you're a man.
Let's get shot. Oh, the terrible game.
He's like got his dick in one hand, pulls out like a cookie with his second hand. He's like, "You ever hear of Oogie Cookie?" That's where like everybody jerks off. Like you get a bunch of guys together and you all jerk off on a cookie, and the last one has to eat it.
Oh no! Was that in another porn you watched? Was that after the the girl in the wheelchair?
Is that one of the new Girl Scout cookies?
Oogie Cookie.
You want to start this, kid?
Girl Scouts. Yeah, what do you like? Samoas? Tagalogs? No, man, I love the Oogie Cookie.